the Comic Girl here, and welcome back to my new My Little Pony review. This time looking at the new My Little Pony Twisty Twirly Hairstyle sets. As you can see, we have all three of the sets here, Pinkie Pies, Applejacks, and lastly, Rarities. So let's go and take a look at the boxes. Nothing too interesting to show, but I do just want to show it just in case people are interested to know what the back of the boxes look like. So here's Applejacks, here is Pinkie Pies, and last but not least, we have Rarities. So it looks like a pretty interesting concept, and looks like that all the ponies come with different accessories. So let's go ahead and open these up and dive straight into the review. Alrighty, so now that the ponies are out of their packaging, let's go and take a closer look at all of them. As you can see, I went ahead and styled all the ponies' hair just so it's not nearly as crazy as the box hair that Hasbro provided us. And it's also to get a better understanding on how the toys worked. Anyways, let's go and take a look at Applejack over here. As you can see, they're all using the new mold from the 2017 Brushables line. And the gimmick for this toy is, of course, the hair. Now, looking online, I thought the hair was just going to be yarn, but in fact, it's actually yarn and small pieces of wax. So this here is the wax, which bends very easily, and it allows the hair to stick together, so the yarn and the wax can stick together, which is pretty cool, which allows you to create some of the crazy hairstyles like this. At first I thought it was kind of weird. The plastic does, the wax does feel pretty sticky. However, it worked. I was actually pretty surprised. So overall, in terms of concept or gimmick, I think it's a pretty good one. Definitely not the worst they've done. So yeah, as you can see here, I gave Applejack some braids here and tried to give her bangs. And overall, I thought it was pretty cool. Here you can see some of the accessories. 2 apple clips with kind of a wheel in the middle. I'm going to put her over here and look at the other accessories. You have these clips here. There's 3 of them. You also have 3 of these apple clips. So 1, 2, and 3. And lastly, you have these clips here. And they, of course, are in the shape of apples. And they clip like so. So that is Applejack. Next, we're going to take a look at Rarity here. As you can see, I try to give her show accurate hair. A little too much hair to actually make it look okay, but I think it's not too bad. So yeah, of course you have her 3-diamond cutie mark and her giant eyes and the open mouth expression. So that is Rarity. And for her accessories, she has the bow clips here, and there are 3 of them. 1, 2, 3. And these little things you can put in her hair if you want to. Which I don't know what you want to call these, but they're there. Lastly, actually the coolest accessory that came with any of these sets is this little curling iron, which actually works pretty well to get some of the curls on the pony's hair, which I use for Rarity and Pinkie Pies as well. So pretty awesome. Probably the best one that they released out of all the accessories. So that is Rarity. And last but not least, we have Pinkie Pie, who I tried to recreate with the crazy curls, but it kind of looks more like spaghetti. So think of it what you will. I tried. So yeah, here's Pinkie Pie. She has her 3 balloon cutie mark and her giant blue eyes. Of course, the open mouth expression and curly pink hair. Her accessories here. She came with these weird hair pieces you can put in. There's 4 of them. And lastly, these little curlers. They're pretty cool. The only problem I have is that it's really, really hard to take out of the hair once you put them in. So that's why I opted to use this curling iron instead of the rollers. So maybe I'll try the rollers again at some point, but when I tried it, it took me a while to try to get it out, and by the time I took it out, the curls were a complete mess. So execution, kind of meh. Sorry, Hasbro. It's not the best. Definitely would have just preferred 2 of these because this was pretty cool, and I'm sure it might work also too. Might help when you're styling the regular ponies. You can probably put your straw, like if you didn't know to curl regular ponies, you take a straw and some bobby pins and you curl the hair around the straw and slide the bobby pin. So maybe this will help in some way. I have no idea. I could just be rambling on at this point, but overall these are actually pretty cool. And I'm not one for one of the gimmick ponies. I just had to pick these up because they were the new releases. And aside from how you want to view the body body sculpt or mold. Take that for what you will. I'll actually put a link down below to my review of the singles if you haven't already seen it to get my full opinion on those. Don't want to repeat the stuff I've already mentioned, but in terms of the actual toy gimmick itself, I thought it was pretty cool. Definitely not like the weird bead one that they released in the Key Mark Magic line. I didn't even pick those up. Those were just way out of reach. But these are actually pretty cool, and they're actually really fun to play with. I'm not going to lie. Definitely had really low expectations for these, and they surprisingly surpassed it. So if you're in for just a fun little toy, I would pick them up, honestly, or at least one of them. Definitely out of all of them, Rarity was actually my favorite, just because it did come with this little curler thing here. Probably the best accessory of the bunch. And it did come with clips, unlike Pinkie Pie, which are always fun, and if you really like these things, they're in here too. Not entirely sure how these go in the hair, but if you have a cute way to use these, let me know in the comments, because I'm not going to use them. So anyways, let me know what you think. Do you like them? Not like them? Ignoring the body, would you have liked to see this concept on the old mold? Why don't you just let me know? Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe to see more videos in the future.